Or Den's getting away.
He is. Yeah. Do you want to see what you can see from where you are?
I always do.
Is that where you want to be? Okay. You begin seeing into a room, and you see a guy. There's a guy. There's a man. The room ahead is dimly lit, but you have dark vision.
Has the guy noticed us?
He is facing the other way. He's on the ground, and he's kind of like, he's got like a paintbrush kind of thing, and he's working on the ground. He's got a black paint bucket next to him, and he's kind of writing on the ground.
Can I tell what he's writing?
You look at it, and it's in Wingdings, so no. You can't tell.
Wingdings, the official infernal language.
Get him now. Quick, go.
Yeah, do you want to go further?
Sure, I'm gonna
Okay, I'd say as you advance, you might want to take yourself back a step. You can see further into the room, kind of like that. I'd say it's not the greatest range of vision, but you're starting to get the picture that there's a couple of dudes in this room.
Ah, I see. And they're all like looking.
They're
at
all
the ground,
yeah, they're all on the floor, just kind of painting and working.
I'm gonna start attacking. So.
Okay. Well then, yeah.
Do you make a sound or noticeable things that I would notice from behind, or when that you're behind that you're making spelling things?
You would hear me making sounds. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm also gonna run up and to the first guy and start attacking too when I hear that.
Yeah.
Who's revolving first?
Oh, I guess everyone roll initiative, but sneak attacks, go. Go ahead and roll your sneak attack equivalently. I probably should have done this different, but we'll play it as it lays. I think it will be perfectly balanced.
Oh, blue.
I think I melted that one.
Oh, it automatically rolls it. Nice.
This encounter.
Stealth is not my strong suit. So.
Don't worry, we're not being stealthy anymore.
That hits, that hits, that hurts, that hurts. Which one were you both hitting? The first guy?
Ah, there's stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't need stuff. I need... Or do I not get it?
Stealth doesn't matter, we're attacking.
Yeah.
Well, right, but you're talking sneak attacks.
Well, just us two.
No, it's I'm saying it's not it's like a surprise attack. So because
surprise round.
If you initiate combat on someone who didn't seem prepared, you'll get a one-off hit probably, and not have to worry too much. Yeah, so that first guy, I mean, between you hit him with the staff. You hit him with the staff, and you just absolutely, you break the guy's collarbone as you hit him with it. You can hear it snap. It's a loud bone, and then with the wave of force comes in and just crushes the man into the ground. And you hear more than just his collarbone. Poor guy. Brutal. I mean, blunt damage, a bludgeoning hit strike and a force hit. Okay, initiatives. Game log, don't be like this. and Erdan 6. Oh, I don't like the way this thing auto rolls initiative. All creatures that are the same type get rolled the same initiative with this combat tracker.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how D&D used to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is
but they're
anymore,
not they're not a swarm, and
yeah.
Like, I mean, and do we? I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it later, but we'll just play it as as it is. Yeah. So first cultist, he's gone. He took a cumulative 31 damage on the sneak attack. The other 3 are going to jump up, and they're going to spin towards you. And the one in the back is going to say, "You all." And
is the one in the back the priest guy, or the one in the
the one in the back is the priest guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's up kind of on an elevated platform. It's about 3 feet tall, kind of overlooking it, with stairs on the side to kind of get up to it. And he's just looking at you all, and he says, "I was told we had guests."
Does he look oddly similar to the first guy that we saw?
He does look suspiciously similar, but his robes are ordained in like gold embroidery and like around the trim and around like the edge of the cloak. And his robe is red instead of everyone else's like black robes. So he looks similar, but he's, if you had to guess, certainly higher in rank than the first guy.
Okay.
There's a lot going on here. This guy is dead. So I'll just remove him. Yeah. So the cultists are going to go. The first one is going to run up to the monk. He's going to run up on...
Do I only get the surprise attack? I don't get any other actions or bonus actions or anything?
We're in the order now. He rolled higher.
Yeah, I know, but in the surprise thing,
you ran up and hit the guy, right?
Do I only get that one thing?
Well, you used your movement and then you hit the guy.
Well, that's not... It's my understanding that's not actually a part of the initiative.
Well,
stuff.
That's what you said you did before the combat began, so that's what you did.
Yeah, but maybe I want to do something after the dude dies.
What would you have done?
Prep for dodge stuff.
Prep for dodge? You know you're going into combat. Yeah, okay. What does that entail?
Everyone attacking me gets disadvantage on their attack roll.
For just ever?
Until the next round, my turn.
Okay.
I entirely focus on avoiding attacks.
So that blocks any other kind of reactions or like attacks of opportunity, or is that just...
I imagine it would for... Probably? I don't know.
The text sounds like that, but mechanics, I don't know. I'm going to have to read that more carefully. I know monks are crazy. So, yeah, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to run up to you and he's going to attack you. But sure, he'll have disadvantage on the attack.
Wait, I rolled an 18, though.
They rolled 19.
Oh, okay.
Does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Okay, that's this guy. He says, "Get this one for Thulroth!" And they're all gonna kind of cheer, and they're gonna be like, "For Thulroth!" And yeah, they're gonna just try to clobber this guy who just walked into this room and hit their friend with a quarterstaff. But you're a monk, and, well, I don't have to roll the second one. That misses. Yeah, he swings at you with his scimitar, and you in your meditation, and avoiding all attacks, you just kind of like deftly dodge out of the way of each one, just every strike, and you just, like the Matrix, you're just like, no. How about also no?
There is no scimitar.
Yeah. The third one's gonna run up to you. He's gonna run up to here, and he's going to also swing. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Wow. Yeah, and same thing. So, and he swings and he misses. Next up in the order.
My book.
Yeah, I mean, monks are crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Riker.
Did we
What do you wanna
determine
do?
what my exact like area of effect could be for the breath?
It's essentially a 3x3 centered on yourself. Oh, the breath. It's 15 feet cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking it up last time, and I
Roll-
couldn't really get a straight answer.
Roll20 has cones for things. Let me see if I can dig one out.
Yeah, well, because I saw some that said like it would be, or like you could choose, like what kind of cone, so you could do something like that, and that, or something like that.
I mean, I'd say, yeah, you can get the angle to some level of discretion, but
Basically, I want to hit these two people, but not Erdan.
if you, I'd say if you stand behind him, you could do that, or if you stand
like
in here, or yeah, here, I'd say you could do that, and could hit two of them with the cone of breath attack without hitting Erdan.
Okay, I want to do that then.
Okay. Yeah, roll to cold. Yeah, so you walk up and you just belch this billowing cloud of cold. Any condensation in the air that's around them like turns into snow, and just falls to the ground at the same time as you blow this wave of cold at these two cultists. And yeah, they both take 8 damage of cold. Next
Cool.
up is Gilga.
Well, I want to run up here and smack that guy.
Okay. Hit him. 16 to hit. That'll hit. And 5, he falls down to the ground.
Well, at least he'll keep for a while, being so cold.
Yeah. Next up then is Rags.
I'm gonna blast the one on the left, or the
Oh,
injured
yeah,
cold guy.
The one still remaining. Yes. Here, I'm gonna keep removing dead guys.
16 to hit,
Okay. Damage.
12 damage.
Was that Eldritch Blast again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him, and the the force of the blast kicks him back, and he collapses to the floor in the center of the circle.
Is there a limit on temporary hit points?
You can only have one stack of temporary hit points at a time. So if you
Okay.
gain another source of temporary hit points, you can choose to keep the old ones or replace them with the new ones. But
Okay.
they don't add to each other, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. And then Erdan. Oh, yeah, he's also dead.
It's just that guy left.
Well, and the one in the back.
The
who has
one in the
done
back.
nothing so far. except invite his guests.
Let's do some measuring.
Yes,
I'm gonna
just wiped his party.
If you want to go up to the platform he's on without using the stairs, it's difficult terrain, so it'll be double movement in those 4
Even
tiles.
for a highly dexterous monk as myself that only has to jump 3 feet.
You are dexterous, but it's not the dexterity. It's more difficult than regular terrain. It's kind of already baked into your movement. Unless, do you have something that helps you avoid?
I mean, just the acrobatic skill, that's it.
Okay. I mean, if you want to do a cool flip, you can roll for it, but...
Do it.
Do it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
animate
gonna do it.
Okay.
I think... I'm gonna do a little jig over here and then smack him.
Okay.
Jig.
Yeah, do you want to roll a performance check, or as you do your jig, or... No, go ahead.
I mean, not quite that
Yeah.
fancy of a jig. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Awesome sauce. 9 damage.
Proper monk nomenclature there. Awesome sauce.
Yeah. You hit this guy, and as you hit him, he kind of stumbles back, and he falls into the wall and slumps down.
Cool.
Okay.
I think I am going to yield my turn.
All right. So the one in the back, the one in the ornate robes, he's going to look at you all. And he's going to say, well, it seems you all came very well prepared. And he's going to... look out, and he's going to summon... Oh gosh, I don't have a figure for this.
Oh no.
On the ground near Erdan, I'm going to have to reuse a figure for this. In a column of flame, suddenly summons a morning star on fire there, just floating of its own accord.
Does it look animated?
It looks fairly animated, yes. It is floating in midair. It is a spiritual weapon. And then he's going to make a melee attack against you.
Rip.
Okay.
Interesting choice of weapon.
It is a morning star, yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
What is its attack bonus? Good question. Oh, it's his spellcasting bonus. Who is this lad? Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so the morning star takes a swing at you, and then again, the morning star is going to get up, and it's going to move towards Riker, and it's going to take a swing at him.
The music.
The music did do that. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying. Roll20's music just kind of stops playing. I can fix it by jiggling the volume.
Is this really just like a spicy? Yes, I'm gonna go with spicy. Mace.
It is a spicy. Yeah, it's a spicy mace.
Spicy.
Yeah, it's a stick with a pointy ball on a chain.
It's the same roll. Does a 9 hit?
Not on a team.
No, it
Riker.
doesn't. No.
Okay. So, seeing that he summoned this weapon, in this column of flame and that it did nothing, he is going to proceed to hop off of his pedestal. And he's going to move down and over to here. That's going to be his turn. Top of the order was Riker.
I didn't read what Frostbite does yet. What does that do?
It's a ranged spell attack that does cold damage. It chills them. It seemed in theme, but yeah.
Can I do that on him from here?
What's its range?
60.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easily.
Is that gonna harm us?
No.
Okay, it's a specific thing. It's not an area of effect, I guess.
Well, I can read it. Let's see. Range area. Range is 60 feet. You cause a numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range. Yeah, so it is that one creature. And then he would make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
5.
Yeah. You rolled 5?
Yeah.
Wait, do you have to? You caused a numbing frost. You didn't have to. You didn't have to roll. I don't think.
Oh.
Oh, you did damage. Sorry. Oh yeah, there is a button. He saves against that, and so on a failed save, the target takes 1d6. No. He saves. I think it doesn't say anything happens if he saves, so I don't think anything happens. Yeah, so you target his form with your spell to frostbite, and you can see that there's like frost forming on him, but it's forming on like his sleeve.
Okay.
The outside of his sleeve is pretty cold.
So that's I can do that as well as an action still, right?
Bonus cantrip. Yes, actually, that's a bonus action, so you have an action and a movement.
Then who looks the most damaged? Does anyone look like they're near death?
I look like Karat. No, I look fine now. Sorry, I drank that potion.
I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, Erdan is he's looking pretty beat up. It wouldn't take much.
All right, let me use Cure Wounds on Erdan. Yeah.
Yeah. Cure Wounds does something. You do all the rolling for it.
It's
There
5.
you go. 5 healing.
Praise be.
Okay. Next up, Gilga.
This guy here is still alive then, yes? Or no?
That is a spiritual weapon.
Oh wait, okay, that's right, you had to recycle.
I don't have a figure for that right now.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, I knew better.
It's okay.
How does one attack a spiritual weapon?
You know, the spell doesn't say. I mean, you could try, but I don't know if it would do anything.
You kill the one who controls it.
Yeah, that seems to be the way.
I forget what my maximum movement was. Hold on, looking for it. 25 feet, there. I guess I move there.
Okay. Next up is Rags.
That's good. And then I can Eldritch Blast.
Yep, to hit. A 10 does not hit.
Wow.
Is that your turn?
Dice looked like an 18. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, Erdan. Feeling invigorated after a fresh healing word from your friend. Or no, cure wounds.
I think what I'm going to do All right, I'm going to. Oh, is this It's a bonus action. I can do a bonus action whenever during my thing, right?
You get an action and a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, the order isn't. Yeah, because you can even take movement split up too. What do you want to do?
I am going to use Misty Step.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I don't suppose I can see that square?
You could peek around the pillar and see it, sure.
Okay. Let me click the use button. Okay, it doesn't actually do anything. Cool. But I am briefly surrounded by silvery mist and a teleport.
Oh. Yeah.
Behind him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
that's an oval. Thank you very much.
That's also the wrong anime meme. He says, "Nani?" And what do you do?
When I make my attack, do I get any bonuses for like suddenly appearing behind him, and he didn't know I was there?
I'd say flanking, which is usually advantage, right?
Okay.
So
I'll be using my quarterstaff to smack him. I suppose that doesn't hit, so I should use my advantage and try again.
Yeah, you hit him. How hard do you hit this guy? 9 damage. Okay. Yeah, you hit him for 9 damage. That's your bonus action in action?
Yep. And if I leave, they'll probably do a disengagement, so I'll stay. That's all she wrote.
Okay. Okay, he's going to look at you, Erdan, and he's going to look at you, Rags. He's going to turn his head and look at both of you. And he's going
At the same time?
Yeah, his eyes go cross-eyed. No, he's going to look at you both.
Be counter cross-eyed, thank you.
Why don't you all relax? And he's going to cast Hold Person on both of you. It's a DC 11 Wisdom save.
So this is basically like being grappled then?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
So you're saying he's a Sith?
Well, yeah, you both save. Not being too satisfied with that, his Morning Star is going to... Ooh, this is spooky. It's going to move around Riker here, and it's going to try to hit Rags. Does a 14 hit?
Yep.
It's a 6 damage. Is that right? Yeah, plus that. Yep.
Oh man, it's so cool.
Okay, and then with that, top of the order, Riker. Yeah, sorry, it moved to there. The spiritual weapon. I know it looks like a man, but it's a weapon. A human weapon. Not really, it's a morning star. Wreathed in flame.
Yeah, the reference photo that I used was not wreathed in flame. All I could find short notice.
So,
Yeah.
is there any chance that frostbite would hit him, or no? I'm not sure how that works.
Well, yeah, you tried to hit him, you just didn't roll high enough.
Well, it's only a D6.
No, the D20 hit didn't.
Are you
Oh,
talking
no,
about
he
the dude or
just
the weapon?
resisted.
Sorry. No, he resisted, so he had to roll a save, and he saved.
Yes.
Mm.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll do that again because it's free.
Yeah, bonus action.
4.
Gonna hit this dude with another dude.
Con save? What does it say
12?
the DC is?
12.
Okay, yeah. This time you hit him with it, and he seems pretty chilled. He's actually you see where his face is exposed, like right around the neck. That's where it lands, the spell, and you can see that like right around his neck and on his cheeks, they start to turn like a pale white as you hit him with this chilly attack.
Neat.
And for the rest of it?
I guess I will. How did you measure again?
The one below the magnifying glass.
If you have 30 foot, you just count 6 tiles and you can count diagonally.
Yeah.
So you can get next to him, no problem.
Yeah, let's try to hit him with the scimitar.
Okay.
Had to move there, didn't you?
Oh. 21 to hits. Yeah, you do 4 damage with the scimitar.
Nice.
Yeah, that wasn't a 20. Okay. Oh,
That was all my movement, right?
yeah.
I was just gonna say I would like to move there, but it's
Crap. Okay.
Had to.
Gilga. You're up.
Well,
You could get up to Riker and use a shove. A little friendly
Oh.
PvP. But that
Yeah,
would be your
well,
action.
Next to him.
Yeah.
If I've got line of sight here, then
Diagonal. Oh, yeah, diagonal's equivalent. So you could move above Riker and still be next to the guy.
well, I wouldn't have to if unless the map is broken and I need to refresh the page because I'm straight ahead of this guy. Am I
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
give
can
up.
see him.
like? Do I have a straight line to him without
Yeah.
anybody in my way, or is the map broken?
Riker's in your way.
Not on my screen. Hold on.
Is he...
It just broke for me. Give me a second. I have to readjust everything.
Is that the same or? Because I see you there and Riker there.
Okay, now it where I would expect it to be.
Okay. Yeah, you can move above Riker and it's equivalent. For all punching this guy in the face purposes.
Well, the idea was I was going to charge directly at him, shields crossed in front of me, but
you can still do that. You can still do that and have like the one side step and just be like one step to the side and one step back right as you get past Riker.
Oh, yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah.
And just
yes. So you run up. You actually hit Riker a little bit into the wall. But he's fine. There's a wall there. He's stable. And yeah, you run up and you hit him with your Pava shields. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same as longsword roll.
Yeah. And you swing at him to hit, and you just come up just short.
Oh.
Maybe it was the shoving the friend, tripped you up a little bit. Maybe it was his deft reaction of just standing there, but it was.
I'm going to go with the daft reaction of standing in front of me instead of the deft reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't quite hit. Rags.
Let's stand in front of the meat steamroller. That's a brilliant idea.
I'm gonna go up there and then cast my Eldritch Blast from there.
Okay. That looks like it'll hurt. Yeah, that hits. And you do 8. Okay. That's 2. Okay, the music has stopped, but he is still up. Dan. What do you want to do? You hit him with the quarterstaff. For 8 days. Oh, 11 to hit. He, yeah, you go to hit the quarterstaff, and he steps out of the way. Oh no. He's gonna turn around, and he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna say, No. We won't be having any more of this. And he's going to... Well, nope, I don't want him. I want this guy. He's going to turn around. He's going to look at you. And he's going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Greatest name for a spell ever.
Yeah. Well, it's it's not pretty. Does a gosh. Yeah, does a 22 hit? He's gonna do 11 damage.
Oh.
To you, Erdan. Are you conscious?
Huh?
I can't hear you.
No.
Okay. With that, he's going to... He's going to go and activate with his bonus action. He's going to press
That was his action?
That was his action.
I wasn't done with my turn yet.
I didn't hear a single thing you were saying. So I just assumed that you hit him and that was it.
Oh, well, no.
You were muted the whole time, so I just thought you were silently rolling your damage. Okay, sorry, what was your turn?
I even thought you responded to me.
Nope.
After I missed, I was going to do dodge, so then I would have advantage again.
Oh, okay.
Dex save and things, and AC.
I just assumed also when I asked it, does the 22 hit that, you know. Okay, so what's your AC changes, and you have...
Well, it's just he takes disadvantage, so he has to beat a 15.
On melee attacks or all attacks?
It's my AC.
Okay.
Like if dodge.
Yeah.
Any attack roll made against you.
Okay. I mean, he did roll 22. Well, he rolled 19 plus 3, but... So that still hit, right?
He rolled 2 22s.
Oh, okay. So it's
'Cause
disadvantage,
it's
and
disadvantage.
that. Okay, the other one's 18. So yeah, does an 18 hit?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, then
All right. I'm
yes.
still deaded.
Yeah. Okay, so you're unconscious. As you fall unconscious, he's going to go and step over your body. He's going to press one of the bricks in, and it is going to reveal a passageway, and he is going to run down it.
Don't I get an opportunity attack?
You would
Yeah,
get an
a couple
opportunity
people.
attack. You and Gilga both. So,
How's that work?
just roll a melee attack.
Melee?
Yeah, and the hit and the damage.
Yeah, but like not the
I
weapon.
did that
Oh.
backwards.
Well, yeah, with a weapon. It's not unarmed. You can hit him with a scimitar.
I can use my scimitar. Okay.
I did that backwards. Apologies.
Hell.
Okay. Well, you miss, but Gilga hits. And yeah, you hit him, and it looks like that blow takes nearly everything out of him. And he, nice X. He just kind of he shudders, and he is he's set back by your attack. But he pushes that button, and he kind of starts barreling down the hallway as best he can. But he's gotten. You could tell from his gait that he's not healthy.
Hallway.
Top of the order is going to be Riker again. Let me get this guy to an accurate position. Well, actually, I think that's about as far as you can go.
So he's right there.
Let me see. He's like right here. He's like in the wall. He's like fiddling with the wall again.
Okay.
A wall fiddler. I always thought you fiddled the violin.
Wow.
Can I use one of the health potions on Erdan and attack the guy?
I'd say because Erdan is unconscious, you can't just hand him a potion. You'd have to use it.
Gotcha.
And that would be your action.
Gotcha. Okay. Then first and foremost, I guess, I move standing over Erdan.
Yeah, sure. Equivalently.
He didn't close this wall or anything again, did he?
No, that it's still open.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Try frostbite on him, the guy.
Actually, I'd say the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, you try frostbite. Let's see if he. He
Crossbow to
fails
the wall.
the save, and that 1 damage with that. My God. Wow, just when he thought he made a clean getaway, he yeah, you see, you can only see the back of his robe, but you can see that as you hit him with this cold attack, that not only is he cold, but yeah, everything about him, just frost forms on the back of his robe, all across, on the hood, and he falls with his hand on the wall, trying to find what you assume to be the secret button to open the door. The same way he opened this one. And he falls
Never
to the ground
forget
dead.
which brick it is, kids.
Well,
Anyway, so with my action, I use one of the healing potions that's in my pocket to heal Erdan.
sure. Yeah, that's 2d4 plus 2. And with that, you see no more enemies. And you're out of combat. So go ahead and what do you all want to do?
I start reading what they were writing in the demonic circle.
Yeah, okay, so you read what they're writing, and it seems to be a circle of summoning. It seems to be a circle that summons servants of Thulroth to try and, just bring them to this plane. Potentially. As you inspect it, you see that what it's written on, the black is the ink is bright. It's freshly drawn, this circle.
I never heard black described as bright before.
It's bright in the sense that it's shiny, because it's it's still drying essentially.
Fair.
The ink is shining, and so any of the candle lights in this room you can see are illuminating those.
I'm gonna sit in the middle of the circle and meditate.
Spooky.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you sit in the circle and meditate.
Can I go search the body of the dude?
Yeah, you can. You search his body, and it's a little bit more rigid than any of the other ones you've made, as he's flash frozen.
Okay.
But you move him,
what we do
and
now.
I have notes here. On him you find a scroll, and you find 10 gold pieces.
Well, obviously I pocket the pieces.
Yep.
Can I read the scroll?
Yeah, so you can unfurl the scroll, and you take a look at it, and no, you can't read it.
Is it also wingdings?
It is also wingdings, yes.
Glossy black wingdings.
Or
Or at least just regular black.
Did I?
This scroll
I
is
ever have a
older.
history?
It is matte black.
That sounds kind of modern, but okay.
Well, the ink is dry.
Did I ever learn how to
Did not know that
read
about
wingdings in school?
Well, it's the language of demons, so no, you did not.
What about outside of school?
Does your character sheet say you read Infernal?
No.
So you can't read it.
Wait, does mine? No. Okay.
Did I ever know anybody that used to know the language?
I don't know
Can I
if you
phone a
know
friend?
if you know anybody who can read Infernal.
Can I phone a friend?
You have friends
Sure, no
in the
problem.
next room over. You could ask them.
Hey y'all. Anybody know how to read wingdings?
I just say I can read it, but I don't even open my eyes yet.
Hmm. Interesting. I throw the scroll to him. It probably lands in front of him while he's meditating.
Let's not throw the magic scroll into the circle.
Who said it was magic?
The fact that there's wingdings on it.
No,
Well,
that just
that doesn't
means
mean
it's
it's
demonic.
magic. It
You
just,
treat
yeah.
everything like
Infernal.
it's magic. Gods.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You throw the scroll at his feet, and there it sits, but he's meditating.
I was
So-
more so aiming for his body, but okay.
Yeah. So in this room, there are candles against the top and bottom walls, from the Roll20 perspective. Not from, you don't look up and see candles. Yeah, there's the 5 pillars that the star is made around, this pentagram, and there are 4 cultist bodies in here as well.
Hey, where are the bodies?
Um,
Oh,
They
and the axe thing disappeared, right?
yeah, the
Morningstar.
the axe, the Morning Star disappeared. Spiritual weapon.
Can I try to feel up the wall?
Yeah, you can feel
Wait,
up the
get
wall.
consent first.
Make up a walls are incapable of consent. This is not going to end well. Roll in investigation. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
Perception.
Phrasing.
Yeah, you're feeling at the wall, and you think that if you had more time at it, you could probably figure out which one it is. Based on how we opened the first one, you think it's just one stone press and it'll open. You just have to find the stone. Do you want to just keep working away at that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Rest of the party? Anything else?
Yeah, after a bit, I'll try to read. I'll read the scroll. Not try. I'll read the scroll.
Okay. Yeah, you open your eyes. The meditation on the circle was incomplete. So if
Yeah.
it had any particular connection to your
Mm-hmm.
who you were trying to talk to, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You get nothing.
Okay.
The scroll, however, is instructions. It's instructions for Zarad. It says, Zarad, when you're done there in the cave, I need you to head to the Maru mines. There are artifacts here that we must recover. Take your band. Take the goods that you've looted. You're going to need them. And it is signed, Titus.
So this note says that there's
Use
artifacts
accent.
in the Maroon Mines, and that this group was meant to go attack those mines next.
Yep.
Well, I guess we know why they were getting those potions and such.
Yep.
So after a couple of minutes of fiddling with the latch, you manage to open it up, and it opens up into a familiar room.
It was a latch.
Yeah, it took you. The reason you think it took you longer is because you had to pull this stone instead of push it. That was kind of strange.
Oh, there wasn't a label.
No, there was no label
Hmm.
to the secret tunnel latch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Latch.
I want to mess up the summoning circle then before we leave.
Sure. How do you want to mess it up?
I've got some water. Do I think the water will mess up the paint?
Yeah, the paint's wet, so you reckon that any inscription there. Now the red was painted on first, and it's older. You're not sure if that will get washed away, but the inscription certainly would.
Okay, I want to work on doing that.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend. It probably takes you to go over it. How much water do you have? You have a water skin?
I have 2 water skins.
Okay, you managed to knock out about half of it with those 2 water skins.
Okay.
Being very careful, it takes you about 15 minutes to kind of go over it. Make sure that trying to preserve your water and make it last. You get about half of the inscription circle is now illegible.
Okay.
What were they? What was their paint held in? Can I just take the bucket and
they
pour
had
it
a
on
little
the
bucket.
other part of the circle so that I can't see the wingdings?
There's 2 buckets kind of near in the middle by the 2 pillars, the top and bottommost pillar, the northmost and southmost pillar. The one that was by the front, the first guy who you ambushed, when you hit him with that wave of force, it got knocked over. So it's just kind of spilled and left a pool of this black ink.
Actually, since Rags can read wingdings, what did it say on the ground?
It was just a spell to try to summon demonic support.
Is that guy still trapped?
I'm assuming Gilgo walks all the way back to the man. Yeah, you knocked him unconscious, and even though you went down the hallway and you had this big old fight, it's been about half an hour. He's still unconscious, and he's still tied to the bench.
What cookie?
Oh, you grab a cookie?
Oh, is that why you went there?
Well, that and obviously I saw that the guy was still unconscious and then got cookie.
Right, but primarily you were there for the cookie.
Don't judge me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit of a walk back, but then, everything seems just the way you left it.
That hallway in the front of the dungeon looks a little shorter than it was described as.
It's interesting that you say that. That's it.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So, that hallway, just imagine those 2 little squiggly lines next to each other. It's a hammer hallway. Okay? It's longer than it appears. I got nothing.
Yeah, there's a bit of a discontinuity, so you can't quite tell. It definitely, you can't see one end from either the other end. You definitely crossed 2 long hallways.
Were there any healing potions in these crates?
The ones down in the bottom?
Yeah.
There were ingredients to make healing potions, but you only check the top crates. Are you going to check the remaining crates? It'll take you some time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, as you knock over the crates, bring them down, that are the ones that are relatively useless, you crack open the other crates and you find that, some of them do contain vials of liquid, although some of them might not seem to be the same color as the health potions you had earlier.
Ooh.
Drink it.
But the bottles are similar.
I'm gonna take some.
Okay.
Can I search these crates?
In that crate there, again, they have the label for Norgonoth Hospital on them, but you can see that it's kind of been like written over, and they're saying 2 Zerods. Yeah.
2 Zerods.
2 Zerods, yeah. That's what they say.
Okay.
So-
and all the other ones in the room as well.
Well, you're not there, but yeah, that's all those crates that he's seen. Yeah, they're all mostly the same. They're all generally, they stole them going to Norgonoth. A couple of them, like with the robes, don't have labels on them. With the foodstuffs, one of them says from the Wheaton Bakery for the orphanage, to orphanage. It obviously, you don't think it made it.
Baker and Sons. Hey, we should check out those eggs.
Eggs? Those
Yeah.
Oh, the rocks, the rubble.
Yeah, the eggs.
They are not eggs. They're
I wonder what that shape is called.
it is rock shaped.
Oh, they're bigger eggs.
They are rock shaped. Yeah, so there,
Well-
you think there's something there. You can't quite tell if it's just a wall that got caved in, like, you know, it just collapsed and then the cave wall is just kind of piling in, or if there was actually a passage there. Anybody else?
I'm just gonna wait around for this guy to wake up.
Okay. As you wait about, I have notes here. You wait about another half hour. The guy doesn't quite come to, but you do hear at the cave entrance is, "All right, we're coming in," and you hear a clattering of armor. Riker, oh, are you not at the front anymore?
Well, I just moved a moment ago, but
Okay. Well, if you move, if that's where you went, because imagine you're waiting for like another half hour. Where would you go back with the other people?
yeah, probably.
Okay.
If I finished searching all the crates, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you go back and you hear coming down the main hallway that you came in is, "All right, clear them all out." And in comes a series of guards on their armor, on their shoulders, and on their on at least one of them, the largest of them, certainly, and seemingly the leader. On his breastplate is the symbol of the House of Norgonoth. They look at the robed man tied to the chair, and they look at the rest of you, and they say, "Well, we were told that some of you were ahead of us. It seems you have things handled. Is the rest of the way clear?"
Hi.
Actually, hold on. I think it took them a lot longer to get down that hallway.
The hallway's very short now. It's a mystical hallway.
How big is this cave? He's on a horse. He rode in on a horse.
All right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. How would a horse go quietly over the trap?
He probably died on his way in.
The
Can't wave that one,
Oh,
Jake.
you're right. Hang on. No, I know how much damage the... He says... He looks at it and he says, you see in the side of his horse are several darts. But yeah, he seems to have been able to, brush off the damage without
Unbelievable.
being too...
You challenge the
Bettered
DM,
by
and the DM provides.
Well, I know how much damage the trap does. You're right. He set the trap off.
Doesn't somebody care a lot about horses being treated that way?
No.
There we go. He looks at you all and he says, "Have we recovered more goods? More of the crates. We're going to need them right away."
Yeah, there's
And
some in the back room.
Yeah. And so behind him, shuffling in, are more people. Eventually, they're on foot. You hear them clattering down the hall. You hear more people running. Some people are in with heavy steps and some with lighter steps, all coming down the hall. And the room begins to fill with soldiers, and then seemingly like laborers, squires, people of assistance. He says, "All right, you all get the goods. You all make sure the rest of this place is clear." And you see that some of the other soldiers, they go and they start checking, and they start going down the hallways, and they start pretty much going all over this dungeon. And all the squires, they go into the storeroom and they start picking up boxes, and they start picking them up and carrying them out. Do you guys want to do anything? Say anything to this captain man? This orcish man who's walked in?
First of all, he's invisible.
He's not on the map. We are in the theater of the mind.
Okay. He said, did he say he's from Norgonoth?
He didn't actually say it, no. He just knew that you guys would be here, and he just has the crest of Norgonoth on his breastplate and on his shoulders.
Safe bet that he's from Norgonoth then.
It's quite possible.
Hey, what was the name of that guy that we were riding with before?
Tomas.
I asked the guy, did Tomas send you?
Oh!
Call for your help?
Yes, you must be, the elf. Yes, he told me about you. Tomas, he came back to town, and he said that, he found where all the missing potions had gone. We're gonna need them, so we sent out on deployment. We don't have very long.
Well,
seems legit.
Glad you guys are here.
He says, we brought carts, we brought horses, we brought a small army, pretty much. We're just here to get everything, and we're here to get it back home. You can ride if you would like. We can have our medics take a look at you. And he says, "Sergeant." Yeah, and out comes an elvish woman, in a light armor, like a light leather armor, still with the patches on the side. And she comes out and she says, "Yes, does anybody need me to look at you?"
I raise my hand.
Yeah. She looks at you and she looks at your wounds and she says, I mean, you're not going to die. You're going to get better. You'll be fine. Just take it easy.
Oh, thanks.
She's like, she's like, "Sorry, I don't mean, I can't. If you're gonna heal anyway just by resting, there's not too much I can do. But if anyone was dying," and she takes a look at the man who's tied to the thing, and she looks at him. He's unconscious, and she's like, "Oh, is he quite all right?"
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Oh. And she looks at her captain, the orcish man, and he just kind of nods and in the direction, and she goes and takes a look at the cultist. She's like, "Is this... You captured one?"
Yes.
"Did they say who they were working for?"
Some god.
Some god.
Demon.
What was the name?
Do you know the name?
Thormoth or something like that?
Yeah. Tholroth.
Tholroth.
Yeah. If you want to spell it correctly for your notes, it is Tholroth. There you go. You can write that down, or forget it forever.
Yep.
There we go.
They said they were working for Thora.
Ah. Yeah. We've had some trouble with these hooded figures before, but we hadn't gotten any leads yet. Thank you. You must be Gilga. Tomas spoke highly of you.
Aye.
Look, all of you. You'll still get paid for the job that you were paid to do, but we've got to get these goods out. And, you know, you can see the last laborers. I mean, they brought enough laborers that they essentially, you know, they can get one per box, essentially. And they just go and pick up a box, and they're going out and they're taking it all out of the
Have
building.
they taken the robes yet?
They look at any of the boxes that were open, which is all of them, and that have robes, they have no interest in. So they've actually left those.
Oh, okay, cool. Can I go grab a robe? Just keep it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Do you grab one?
Yeah, just grab one. I can't turn my character because of the stupid.
Yeah, I know. It does that sometimes.
Do the robes have any markings? Or are they just generic
These
robes?
are like basic recruit robes, so there's not really anything there. There's no markings, no patches. They're just kind of like, it's like a very dark red robe. I mean, it's almost black, but it's also red. It's kind of like a
Trying
deep,
not
dark
to-
scarlet.
Not lose favor here, so... Would there be any way that I could irritate some holy being by taking something like this? As a potential windbreaker.
I mean, do you mean holy being as in your own?
Yes.
I guess would he know your intent? What do you think your intent is? Do you say a quick prayer, forgive me, before you take it, or would you just like to take one? You suspect that if you went and you just started wearing this around, like instead of your Pavis shields that have the symbol of your god on them, that yeah, he'd probably be pretty upset with a paladin walking around wearing someone else's stuff just like in public. But it depends on how you use it.
I don't need a windbreaker that bad. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, when you're in a realm where your gods actually can affect your ass, you don't piss them off.
Yeah. Especially when, yeah, and you don't go make promises in their name and then break them either. But here we are.
Which I did not.
You didn't break the exact verbiage of the contract, no.
I don't make promises that I can't keep.
Okay, so then the captain says, all right, everyone who's riding on the carts home, you can go now. The rest of us, soldiers, head straight to the city. We have to get to the gate. And with that, they turn around and start to go. The elfish woman, who was looking at the wounded, goes and looks at you all and says, you're all welcome to ride on the carts. It'll be about, 7-8 hours before we get back home by cart, but we have to rush ahead. So go on ahead. And she's going to, turn around and follow. You all are here. The last of the squires and such are, in the laborers are picking up boxes and carrying them out, and it's all trickling down, and it's quieted down again. Two of the laborers went and they picked up when the sergeant left. They went and picked up the whole bench that the man's tied to, and they just started walking away with him. Did you want to do anything with that?
Okay.
Yeah, they just pick the whole one on each end. They just pick up the whole bench and they just start carrying it with the dude strapped to it.
Have you seen that one GIF I've used in Discord from Castle, where he just sort of raises his hand and then thinks better of it?
No, but
That movement.
I can imagine it.
Just well, never mind. I don't need that 10-foot rope that badly.
Yeah. So everyone's starting to clear out. All the boxes are beginning to get cleared out, and yeah, you're all still in the altar room. Do you want to leave? You were offered a
Shall
ride.
we go to the city with them?
Seems like it would be a good way to save time.
Sure, why not?
Alrighty.
Okay. So
The
As you
longest
leave
part
the-
of the trip is going to be going down the hallway.
it's true.
Yeah, we don't all have a horse.
It's a very long hallway. It's 200 feet. I mean, you you get out and you leave the cave, and you can just see that there are probably a dozen carts here, and probably almost like 40 laborers, just picking up, loading carts, getting everything in, and they're just
Which
loading
channel
up all the
points are
crates. And
still applicable during this, by the way? Question from the chat.
I'm not really paying attention to it, so if there's nothing I can do live because I'm not paying attention to chat, so it's okay.
Just checking.
Yeah, so you're all outside again. It's nighttime. It's nighttime. If you had to guess, it'd be probably about 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning, equivalently. It's been a long day. You were told that you have some time on the carts while they're loading everything up. You suspect that you could take a long rest as you ride to town, or if you want to spend time talking to people, you could spend time talking to people instead of taking your long rest, whatever consequences there are.
I shall rest.
Long rest.
Okay,
Yes.
there we go. Long rests all around.
Rags didn't say anything.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take a long rest.
oh. Not to shove you on a cart, but if you want to, rest in the cart, then that's what you all
Yeah.
can do. Congrats, you're all. This is exactly where you would all be level 2, except you're level 2 early. We did it. Okay, so let's see. The elves, you only have to meditate, so you only really have to be out for 4 hours of this, kind of
4
just
hours,
meditating. The rest of you, you're asleep. I think technically you can do like 6 hours and then 2 hours watch, and it'd still be an 8-hour rest. But
Yep.
so you sleep essentially 6 hours, but you can't really do anything strenuous for the last 2. So, elves, do you want to do anything in your last 4 hours? Just riding the carts. You're riding. Are you in different carts, or did you all kind of bunk into the same one?
I'm assuming the same one.
Makes sense.
Okay, I can't hear Matt, but
I would have just picked one.
all right. Yeah, so he pops in the same one. It's being driven by it's actually being driven by a tiefling, interestingly enough. And so you're on a cart. It's being driven by a tiefling. They're just kind of taking it home, and they've just been letting you meditate and rest. You could ask questions, or you could just kind of chill and relax on the rest of the way and just think about things, or okay. Gilga. Oh, I have something for you. As you slumber, you find yourself in a dream that feels a little more real.
Uh-oh.
You are back home in the cave. And entering from the entrance of the cave, you turn around and whatever part of the dream and the pleasantries that you were doing before, whatever happy memories you're remembering, you turn around, and entering the cave is a figure, kind of a silhouette, shrouded in there's a strong light behind him, such that you can't see his form. And he looks at you and says, Gilga, what you're doing here is very important. You are my representative. But I am no trickster god. When you make a promise, do your best to keep it to its meaning. I'm not a demon or a devil who makes contracts with loopholes and little tricks. I just hope you remember that in the future. And that is your dream. Unless you want to say anything.
I mean, I can't control other people's actions.
True, but when you promise people protection or safety, at least speak up. Justice is one thing. Justice is well appreciated, but when we offer forgiveness and sanctuary, that is something else entirely. So, yeah, that is your dream.
Is this because we killed that dude?
Well, yeah. It's
Appreciate
because
it.
someone made a promise that I wouldn't kill you, or or promise.
That's what she said.
Promise you'll let me go, and she says I won't kill you, and yeah, he died, which is a loophole. And I mean,
she did not kill him.
She did not kill him.
It was a loophole. It was intended as a, I don't know any of these motherfuckers, I'm not promising for them.
Right. But he did ask you to swear on your god, and then you made a promise that essentially, to its meaning, he interpreted it as, you'll actually kind of be kind. I guess just if someone asks you as a paladin to swear on your god and you swear on your god, I'm just gonna say, maybe acknowledge that whether your god is a trickster god and loopholes are cool or not.
It's a loophole.
It's not a well, it's a loophole.
But it's not.
She did not kill him or harm him.
I didn't.
She's a young paladin who this god is placing a lot of, whose god thinks that she's going to do important things, and he just wants to get it from the ground up, like, hey, she's kind of, I just want you to know, if you promise someone some kind of safety, maybe mean it, especially if you swear on your god.
Well, if she had promised him safety, then she would have been breaking it. But
right, if she didn't promise him safety, but she promised him what he interpreted to be safety. I mean,
well, that sounds like a him problem.
Well, it is, but I mean, he's not a cruel god. He's not a god that follows things to the letter. He's not a programmer. He's just, the god of light and all that. But anyway,
I call bullshit on his speech, but okay.
I kind of
luckily it wasn't your speech.
Yeah, I know.
like
hear it.
Yeah.
Literally had no control over that situation at all, and I
He's
followed
not
him general
saying
direction,
he's mad.
so-
He's just disappointed. No, it's not even that bad.
I don't know. I'm feeling a little boned here.
Eh.
A little singled out.
Well,
I mean, there's not much else that you're the only one who had a dream who somebody had to talk to them today. That's all.
Exactly,
worry.
singled out.
Hey, other people could pick up other deities and they can get talked to by them later. Yeah, so bring it back just like that.
Just an email to let you know what's going on.
Yeah, an email in your dreams from your god who visits you in one of your happiest places on this world. You know, it happens. Hello, everyone. We are on a cart.
So you're finally awake.
You're not awake. This is elf time.
So I look at Erdon and say, I am Rags.
Nice to meet you, Rags. I am Erdan. So, you just like to go all out with those people, huh? No mercy.
They would just kill us. Their first chance.
I suppose that's usually how things work out.
And
Well.
this is a bit new to me.
It's a bit new to me. I'm trying to be more trusting of people, be a kinder soul. We'll see how that works out in the future.
I couldn't do these things a few days ago.
Oh. Did anything happen a few days ago? Or you just kind of woke up one day. Now you're
I
magical.
just had a vision and I was told to help you.
Oh. Who is in the vision?
That's something I don't understand.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you're helping us.
And with that, the cart rides on. You arrive in Norgonoth. As you get past the gates, I mean, you're pretty much being escorted in by, the military escort, all their squires and stuff. So they look over and, they see you all riding in the back and they say, "Oi, are they newcomers?" And she looks, the driver, the tiefling girl, turns back and she looks at you and she says, Oh. Is this all your first time here in Norgonoth? I suspect you can all be awake now. Yeah.
I've visited once before. Not the first time.
Okay, well then for everyone else, just so you know, I mean, it's just like most cities, don't get into too much trouble, don't do anything, but no magic. For everyone's safety. Just please. That's really the main thing. And the tiefling girl who has said this to you, she looks at the guard, and the guard's like, yeah, that's the gist of it. and waves you along, and the cart enters the city. Is everything okay? Oh no.
I said something and I can't stop laughing.
Oh. That is A-okay.
I threw it up and collab that place for you.
That's fanfic right there. Yeah. So the carts ride, and they begin to ride into the city. The carts are currently passing through the warehouse district. You pass through there. You continue on.
Do we pass Bakers and Sons?
You do not, actually. You wouldn't know what to look for. You don't actually know what the shop's named. You just know the name of the one man. Was it Bakers and Sons?
Told us. I think it was Bakers and Sons. We have the shop is.
Did I otherwise give it a name?
You gave it a name.
Have I double named it?
You called it Bakers and Sons.
But I think it might have been Bakers and Sons.
Okay. Well, then no, you don't see a Bakers and Sons.
I distinctly recall asking him if he was one of the sons.
Yeah, he had two brothers. The two brothers worked at the shop, but he was more of a.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so the cart drives through the warehouse district. Then it passes into slowly but surely, some of the, you see a house and then a warehouse, kind of weird, and then just houses, as you drive by. You approach another set of walls, and you through the portcullis you go. You're cleared, and you enter a road. You travel down. Now you're in a district of shops and trade, and there are areas that are just set up with stalls. There are inns and such, and you travel through, and then you finally arrive at the hospital. It is a fairly large building. It is 2 stories tall. Mostly, you can tell that it's newer than a great many of the buildings around here. And attached to it on the left is a seemingly just a piece jutting out that's only 1 story tall, and it says Veronica's on top of it. The hospital main entrance has a big symbol of the god Avandra on it, actually, and it's, there's no plus or equivalent marking that you would expect as a human on Earth, but they have the symbol of Avandra, and the carts all pull up and they all stop outside and they start getting unloaded. Would you all like to go in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. As you enter the hospital, you see that there's a nurse there who is seeing all the deliveries, and then she's like, every box that comes in, every laborer that comes in carrying something, she pops open the lid, she takes a look, and she says, this way, and she points, she's like, storeroom 1, storeroom 5, this and that, and she's just pretty much telling them where to go. You can see over by the door inside that's towards where Veronica's shop is. There's actually a door between the two, oddly enough, in the wall, so you can cross over. And inside that other shop in Veronica's, you can see through the window there is Tomas. Tomas is looking out the front window, almost seeing, looking at all the goods coming in and just inspecting things. Yeah, you're in the hospital. What do you want to do? A laborer kind of walks in and he's like, "Excuse me, guys," and he's trying to get past you because you're all just standing in the door.
Probably get out of the door.
Yeah, okay. And so he kind of gets past you and guys, and And he goes up to the nurse and she says, storeroom 4, and he carries the box away.
I'm gonna
Where
help
did-
carry things in.
Oh, okay.
That seems the logical place to start.
I want to figure out if there was any potions brought in where she said to take the potions.
Yeah, so how close do you get to the... Do you know what's in any of the boxes individually? I mean, I don't think you'd recognize them. Is there anything you're looking for in particular, or how do you figure out which box is a potion and where she sends it?
I don't know. It's a good question.
You could try to...
Where's the place she sends the least boxes?
The least in quantity is definitely storeroom 1.
Okay. I want to wander towards storeroom 1.
Yeah, that's on your left. That's towards the Veronica shop, but it's like a storeroom behind the shop, so it's the next door to the right. There's a door to the front of Veronica's shop. There's a door to the back of the shop, like a pharmacy counter type thing. And then there's a door behind that, which is like a storeroom. Yeah, and people are bringing things into there. There is a nurse who stands outside of that door as well.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
Okay. So she's standing there. She sees you approaching, and she looks at you, and actually, you've been to Norgonoth before, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
You've on occasion gotten injured, and have you know, just in living a life that's a little rougher. So you've probably been to the hospital. Do you recognize this nurse? I'll let you if you want.
Sure.
Okay. So she's going to look at you and she's going to say, "Oh my gosh. Does she know your name?"
Yeah.
Elliot. Hello. Is that right? Did I get your name right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, it's so good to see you. Wow, you're looking pretty good. How's everything been?"
It's been a little exciting. I ended up helping get these supplies to you.
You helped with all this?
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic. I'm sure. Wow. You know, there's a reward for the recovery of this. Oh, Veronica could tell you more. And then so someone comes past her and then starts walking up to her with a box. She's like, "Oh," and she goes and she looks in the box and she says, "Okay." And someone walks in with the box. And she kind of, as she's talking to you, you know, she kind of eyeballs over every once in a while to just look in the doorway and check that, you know, everything in there's, you know, on the up and up.
Okay.
She says, "Oh my gosh, it's been so long. That's really amazing. So are you doing much better with everything?"
I've found some clarity of late.
Oh, that is good to hear.
Yeah.
She says, "You know, we always could use more laborers around here if you were ever looking for that job we offered."
Not just yet. Maybe
Okay.
someday.
So,
Just kind of hanging out with her.
yeah. Everybody else.
After I move a potion-y box into the room, I come back out, ask her, and pull out one of those potions that I took, those mysterious ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a thief, sir.
Well, I'm just wondering if you're helping carry things. So the box you took, you picked it up from outside you went in, and then she sent you to one of the other storerooms probably. But then you walk up to that nurse.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I ask her, "Do you know what kind of potion this is? I found it in the cultist cave thing."
She takes a look at it. She's like, "Well, it definitely looks like it was meant to be one of ours, but..." And she kind of pops it open, and she kind of does the wafting, test tube thing. And she's like, "Oh, I don't think they got this one quite right. I don't know if they stored it in proper conditions either." And actually, and the gears turn in her head, and she's like, "Wait!" And she turns around, and she goes into the storeroom, and she's like, "Everything new. Put it over here, separate." And yeah.
What was that about?
When she comes back out, she says, "What do you want to say?" Sorry.
No, that was the thing.
Oh,
Keep going.
She comes back out and she says, "Oh, yeah. I mean, it's possible that, it would still be good, but certainly not to standard. They might even be salvageable, but it takes some expertise and a lot of time, something we don't have enough of around here."
Oh, so it's just a basically expired healing potion.
Well, it's not so much expired in that, I mean, it is, but if they made it right, they're generally pretty stable.
I see. Do you think anything bad would happen if you were to consume one, or you just wouldn't feel as well as a good healing potion?
I suspect it would just not be very good at healing you. It would probably do something. The ingredients are all there. It's just, well, yeah. It was obviously made to be stronger.
All right.
I suspect someone tried mixing things themselves, not knowing what they were doing.
It'll heal half of what it's supposed to and get you a nice little buzz because it's fermented.
She says, and she looks at you and she says, "Do you have more of those? You can put them over there in that, with all the new stuff." She beckons backwards.
I'll put them over there.
Okay. Because you did just show it to the person who's keeping track of them all. Making sure there's nothing funny. Gilga and Riker, are you doing anything?
No.
I was assisting pulling things in, but other than that, no, not really.
Okay. So Tomas, after seeing you, Gilga, in all your armor and your two Pava shields, he actually, looking out the window of Veronica's, as you go back to one of the further back carts that was parked in front of Veronica's, he actually sees you, and he actually pops out. He starts banging on the window. He says, and you can't make out what he's saying. He's behind a window, but he's certainly saying something, and he's certainly happy to see you. Do you say anything back?
Should probably go over to the window while somewhat comically holding a hand up to my ear to imply that I can't hear word one of what he's saying.
Yeah, and he goes and he's like, "Oh," he's like, he just realizes what he's done, and he goes to the front door and he unlocks it. It's got a lock on it, and he opens it, and he opens the door out, and he leans out, he says, "Gilga! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Wow. All of this was in there. This is more than just my deliveries, for sure."
Hi.
He says, "Come in, come in." He beckons you into Veronica's.
I follow.
Yeah. So inside...
To this point, the man of many accents has been at least trustworthy.
Has Tomas had that many? Yeah, he has had at least 2.
Yes.
Oh, Veronica, how's it going? Well, I'm glad to see you have everything. This is Veronica's. This is where everything's been going. She's just in the back, and out popping, she's like, I'm not that far. And out from behind the back counter, she pops up. She was like looking at something on one of the lower shelves, and is a fawn.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's kind of like a satyr, but not half goat, half deer, more or less. She says, "Hello. I heard a little bit. Tomas said that you helped get some of the stuff back. That's really good. Thank you."
You are very welcome.
She's like, are you doing okay? Are you perfectly fine? I think with this many deliveries, we could get you back to full up and running. No problem. On the house. And she kind of gives you the up and like once over, and she looks at you, and you had a full rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're in great condition. She's just like, okay. None of that is needed then, but good on you. And yeah, she says, was it just you? Tomas is going to interject and say, well, actually, no. There's about 4 of them, I think. Well, one of them we met on the road, but... And she's like, oh, well, where are they? And she looks around, and, you know, she's like, they're not in here. Tomas is like, Gilga, where are they? I was looking outside for them.
Somewhere.
And
I know
Veronica's...
they're around here somewhere.
Veronica knows the layout of her shop, and she looks and she sees through the window to the hospital side that there is actually, yes, a dragonborn who has stood in the middle of the lobby by the door saying nothing to anybody, just kind of standing there. And 2 people talking to one of her nurses outside the storeroom adjacent to this. She's like, they're not. Yeah, okay. And she goes out the pharmacy door, and she looks at you, and she says, you, and is he with you? She looks at Rags. She points to the Dragonborn at the front door, Riker.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with them.
Ah, good. Could you all come this way? And she points to the door to her shop, not the door she's currently in.
Follow her.
Hello.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, and she pops out. She locks up the pharmacy door, and she goes through the door with you, and she says, "Oh my goodness, it's so good to have you all here. Yes, thank you so much for bringing the potions. We needed this so much. Well, good morning to you all, and happy Eclipse Day. Well, you know, it's my first, really, but welcome to Norgonoth."
Thank you.
Thanks.
How are you all getting settled? You just got here. Yes, of course. You all seem to be in pretty good shape given everything I've heard about what happened. And she's kind of like moving her head a bunch, thinking quickly about anything that she needs to do. She's like, payment.
As funds do.
Yeah. Payment. You can go and see my patron. He funds the hospital. Well, their estate does. It's actually his daughter now, Princess Rhea. You could go see. And she's kind of shaking her head, fawnishly at you all.
Honestly.
Yeah. She's like, well, yeah, okay, well, maybe it's a holiday. Maybe tomorrow. But, there's plenty of good inns as well that you could stay in overnight, and you can go first thing. She moves pretty quick. Yeah, everything she does is kind of like a quick, sharp movement.
Yeah, very fun-like.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
In order to get them to slow
recommendations?
down, you have to flash them in the eye with a flashlight.
True. Sorry, what was that, Erdan?
Do you have any inn recommendations?
Oh, well, I stay actually at the Magnificent Duck. The tavern, that is.
Sorry. What?
Do you actually bust out laughing in character? That is fine.
Want to, but that was such an asshole. I can't.
Look, that's the name of the tavern that she's staying at. What do you? Well, if that's where I'm staying. It's a really nice place. The innkeep owes me a favor. I might be able to get you a good rate, but if you're looking for something even cheaper, there is What Ails You or the Empty Pocket Pub.
How much is 10 gold coins? Is that a lot or a little?
That's a lot.
That's a pretty good amount. That would get you probably a good week's stay in an inn, food and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I found on the dude.
Well,
What?
The kind of inn she's staying at, she's staying at
Yeah.
the Magnificent
one.
Duck.
Yeah. Quack.
Wonderful.
There
place
are
to go.
cheaper inns, so you could try to save your money or what have you, but
I'm willing to let her try to negotiate a rate at the Duck Hotel.
I'll be here.
Magnificent to you.
Yeah. Oh, I guess if you guys want to just discuss what you want to do.
I just wonder if there's 2 beds in her room.
Dwarf and a fawn. It's possible.
I've heard of worse pairings, to be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. She says, look, I can't talk to him right now. I'm here working, and I'll be here most of the day. Everyone says that the eclipse is a really long day. I think that's just all the astronomers talking, all that hoopla. Superstitious nonsense, probably.
What kind of superstitions are there?
Well, they all have this superstition that, every time the eclipse comes, that disaster strikes, and they always blame magic. I mean, I know that magic is different here, but I think they take it a step too far. And every time there's some kind of disaster, it must have been magical.
And what is your opinion on the matter?
Well, I'm a cleric of Avandra, you see, and, well, we, that's why I set up the shop, but they use the laws here very strictly. My student came here before, and there was a disaster. There was a fire had broken out, and he went to try to save people. He tried to channel some magic from Avandra and to heal the wounded, and, well, magic is different here, and it didn't go very well. And unfortunately, well, he was imprisoned for this. I come to town and I try to negotiate his release, and they say, "Oh, well, you think you could do such a good job healing? You think that our ways are inadequate?" I did have a couple things to say about, their poor standards of healthcare in the city, but so they said, "Fine, I can take his place." So I stay here and I can do community service instead, and so here I am. With a shop, of course. Avandra is a god of merchants and trade, after all, so, it's my own little temple. Yes. Did I answer the question? Sorry, I went on a bit of a story there.
A question satisfied.
Yeah. Not all the royals are like that, though. Princess Rhea, she's quite kind. She sponsors this hospital. She's the one, she pays for all the potions and such. It's much safer than trying to use, channeling magic to heal. More reliable.
Why is magic different here?
Why? I don't know why. I just know that for as long as the city has existed, at least so any history books say, that magic is somewhat less effective, and sometimes it can hurt those who channel it and cast it. I see why they could make it illegal, but I think the punishment for trying to do good is sometimes too harsh.
I can agree.
Certainly unusual. I mean, I didn't commit any crime against the city, and here I am. On arrest. Community service. It's not been too bad, though. I do get to help people, and I get to teach, a few, the good word of Avandra. At least we could bring one temple to this godforsaken city.
And they let you do that without complaint.
Well, I mean, they don't have any temples here, and I don't practice any magic, so they don't object. Plus, I mean, I am a prisoner. I can't leave the city. Well, I reckon I could leave, but not legally,
Certainly seems harsh.
Yeah. And so, as she's talking to you all about these things, people are going to start. Suddenly, a wave of patients is coming in. In the hospital next door, and they're yelling about something that you can't quite hear through the wall, but you can see them through the glass, and they're yelling, and some of them look quite injured. And I think with that, we will end it here.